Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Nikki Uncut. This one is going to be all about some of my current favorites. I have so much new makeup. I feel like I'm always trying new makeup, I'm receiving new makeup, I'm buying new makeup. It's a lot of makeup going on around here. So I have some new favorites that I've been wearing very, very regularly. And for me, that's how I kind of gauge what's a favorite product of mine. If I want to grab it continuously and if I want to pack it into my makeup bag when I'm doing my makeup on the go, when I'm traveling, those are the things I would consider a favorite. So I have some great products ahead of me that I cannot wait to share. But first things first, I'm going to start things off with a sunscreen because I have a new favorite sunscreen. It's from the brand Round Labs. This was actually introduced to me by my friend Joe, who is obsessed with this sunscreen. He actually gave me this one, and then I've since ordered a new one as a backup. I have a feeling I'll be running out of this very quickly because I do love it. So I'm going to pin my hair back. We're going to put sunscreen on. We're going to do an entire makeup look. Let me do this the right way. We're gonna do a nice makeup look with my current favorites. And to be honest, I have more favorites other than the ones I'm going to show you, but I wanted to keep this video not super overwhelming. So if there's a round two that comes pretty quickly after this one, don't be surprised. So first things first, Round Labs sunscreen that says SPF 50 with a PA+++++. Don't ask me what that means. I just know it's like a higher protection. This looks so nice under makeup. It also feels so nice under makeup. And if you know me, those are like the two biggest things I look for with a sunscreen. Now, it not only like leaves you super hydrated and well moisturized, it's not one of those sunscreens that like feels thick and kind of like goopy and greasy. It feels like a lightweight moisturizer, and that is like one of the number one things I look for personally when I'm choosing a sunscreen is how it feels on my skin, how it looks under makeup, and how it feels under makeup, and how my makeup interacts with that sunscreen throughout the day. So this just checks all the boxes. It's very affordable. I'll make sure I link it, of course, in the description box. Now, forewarning, if you're watching this at home and you feel like I'm not thoroughly getting every inch of my face with the sunscreen, full transparency, I'm not going to leave my house after this video is shot. It's 3 p.m., almost like 3:30 p.m., and I am in for a whole rest of the evening filled with content and not going anywhere. So normally I would put this all over my neck. I would slather the top of my hands. I just put a little bit on just for comfort. And I would put more just, thoroughly getting every part of my face. So let's ignore that for now. I'm going to put this down. Again, I cannot speak more highly about that sunscreen. It feels so nice on my skin. So I'm going to jump right into concealer. This is not like a new formula. However, this shade is new to me and it's new to Kosas. It's this shade 3.6C, and it's the Velour concealer. It's been around for a while. It's super viral. And I've just been honestly grabbing this so often to use on myself, like on a daily basis. I love the formula. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels on my skin. And I love the way it wears. I'm surprised at how well it wears throughout the day, because I put this on and, I go about my day. I have long days. I work on set. I work with clients. And the fact that I could put this on and not worry about it, looking heavy or cakey or creasy throughout the day is such a win for me. So for now, I'm just using this as an eyeshadow base, and then we're going to move on. But I'm using this as an eyeshadow base just so I can get the rest of these eye products I'm about to show you on my lids. I don't have a new eyeshadow primer favorite, so there's nothing to show there. So that's why I'm just using this concealer as an eyeshadow base, which I love to prime my eyes with my concealer. It's just a really quick, very efficient way to get your eyelids nice and prepped for your eyeshadow. But you want to make sure you definitely set it with some powders. So I have quite a few new favorite powders that I'm about to dive into. These two I'll save for just a little bit. But to start things off, this one from M Cosmetics is a surprise hit for me. I wasn't expecting to love this powder as much as I do. I don't know why. I just didn't think it was going to be like knock my socks off type of powder. Packaging alone, let's face it, I'm a sucker for really nice packaging, and this packaging is just, I love checkered anything. I'm obsessed with checkered pattern anything. So it had me at hello, literally. And then the most important part is the formula is really, really nice. So it's the Portrait Mode Refining Setting Powder. It's a sheer powder. I have been using this with my N14 brush with BK Beauty just to quickly and very lightly set eyeshadow primers, eyeshadow bases, concealer on my eyelids in this scenario. But also, I have been throwing this into, quite literally throwing it into my makeup bag when I do my makeup on the go or when I travel, because this is a really fantastic, fantastic lightweight powder to touch up throughout the day with. So if you get shiny like me in certain areas and that ends up bothering you, this is a really, really nice powder to just touch up with. And it's just, it doesn't add any heaviness to your makeup, so it's really ideal for that. Now that we have our eyes set, we can go into two new favorites as far as eyeshadows go. These are from Melt Cosmetics. They're the Petite eyeshadow stack. There's warm browns and neutral browns. Neutral browns has my heart. I don't know, this is just a great stack. The warm browns is equally beautiful, but I've just been grabbing the neutral one more often than the warm one. But let me just show you quickly like how it works. So it's a stack of different eyeshadows. You get some mattes, some shimmers. The names are on the side. So pretty. So here's a shimmer. The shimmers are actually really, really quite stunning. All the formulas are really nice. So that is the warm stack. And again, I love the warm stack, but you know what? This neutral stack has been almost like a daily go-to when I'm just running out the door and I want like a quick neutral eyeshadow look. So I'm going to use this today just to keep it really authentic to my current favorites. The neutral stack has a beautiful, like, almost like a, you know, a neutral bone shade. This shade that I've been using heavily, this is the shade Tawny. Let me grab a clean N13 brush with BK Beauty, my brush with BK Beauty, and blend this into the crease. And I'm just going to create a really soft, everyday type eye makeup look. But stay tuned for the end of this eye makeup look because there's another new shadow that I've been heavily using and absolutely loving. And it's going to be like the twist to this. So I'm going to blend this back and forth. The blend on these is super nice. The formula is a fantastic formula. I feel like Melt Cosmetics really, they launched with really amazing eyeshadow formulas because they launched originally 10 years ago now, which is so crazy. And they actually launched with like a magnetic round stack of shadows. I cannot remember the name of that stack, but I still have it somewhere in my makeup collection. It's 10 years old, but I still have it. Just keeping it for memories. But anyway, my point in saying that is they launched, you know, out the gate with really great eyeshadow formulas. So this is equally as good as all their other shadows. And they have full-on palettes. They have that one palette with Bailey Sarian that I love. It has incredible matte formulas in it. It's the Fatally Yours collection, which I know it's limited edition, but I think it is still available. But anyway, all that to say, they have really amazing products, and I feel like they're not talked about enough as a brand. They're a little bit more of an indie brand, but they're at Sephora. They're, you know, they have a huge online presence, and I feel like they just don't get enough hype. It's weird. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this out. This is Nikki Uncut, so you're going to get the entire process of everything. So I'm just going to build up a look. I just love this perfect, literally it's a perfect tawny shade. It's so neutral and versatile. But look how smooth it goes on with just using that Kosas concealer and a little bit of that M Cosmetics powder to set it. That just created like such a smooth canvas for this eye makeup to blend on top. Okay. We're not gonna go crazy. This video is really not about a makeup look. It's really just about showing you my favorites. So we're not gonna overthink it and go too intense with any of these products. We're just gonna kind of get them on so you can get the effect and get a feel for what the product does and how it looks. I am gonna use a little bit of this lighter shade. This is the shade Mellow. And I'm gonna apply it with a BK Beauty 207. I love this brush. Specifically for like this area of my eye. For doing like a soft blend, but still with like some precision because it's smaller. But look how pretty that is, just opening my eye up It's like instant brightening and like an instant well-rested look to my eyes. Really a smoothing, nice formula. Okay, that is on. And I have many other favorites. many other favorites. So I want to dive right into another eyeliner that I am obsessed with. Well, actually I have two eyeliners that I'm obsessed with currently. One I picked up when I was in London. It's from BaeBrow. You can get BaeBrow anywhere, including in the US, obviously, but I just picked up when I was in London, and it's the shade Bora Bora. This is like more of a, kind of like a chubby pencil, which I really like. I used it for a video like maybe 2 weeks back. And then a new favorite from Persona. I actually love, well, I love so many products from Persona Cosmetics. I love that brand as a whole. They have really like thoughtful, amazing formulas and products on the market. But I've loved their eyeliners specifically for a really long time too. But I never used this shade. And I think it's a new shade to the brand. It's the shade Graphite. So Graphite, very long wearing, very beautiful. Let me just swatch it for you all. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Teddy from MAC, but much more long wearing. And let me show you Bora Bora as well, in case you missed that video where I did apply this. It's definitely much more deep than the Graphite one. It has a teeny bit of shimmer in it, like almost like an undetectable little hint of shimmer. I'm going to use both of these just to play around and create like a nice, pretty look. I'm going to first use Bora Bora, almost in the inside, but close to my lashes to tightline. And then bring it in this inner part, just like that, just to define my eyes. And then we're going to bring it on the top. But I'm really going to use Bora Bora more as like a base, and I'm going to put Graphite on top of it, and so it makes a really pretty combo. And again, they're both like very long wearing, one's just deeper than the other. So Bora Bora is going to kind of act like my base, and then Graphite's going to add like that pizzazz with the shimmer. Now before I jump into the next pencil, I am going to take a clean N12 brush with BK Beauty. I'm going to smudge this out. I designed this brush with this exact intention to be an ultimate smudger brush. So softening that line. Very pretty. Pulling it out just a bit. And then we're going to layer Graphite from Persona Cosmetics right on top. You know what, let me sharpen this just a teeny bit more. I've been using this almost daily, so it's not very sharp. Same thing, I'm going to layer this on top. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm sure it's pretty on camera, but in person, you're kind of missing like the sparkle that you see in person. It just makes her really beautiful. Like, you don't have to layer it on top of another pencil like I am, obviously. I love mixing things and making my own, like, you know, creating like different effects with products if you mix them together. But on its own, it is equally as stunning. It will just look a lot more soft and a bit more sheer. So good. Now you kind of have to work quickly with these Persona pencils. They are very long wearing. They're very like budge proof, so if you're smudging them out like I am right now, just make sure you work very quickly, because they do dry down relatively fast. Now we're not going to worry about how thick this line is, because I'm going to show you how to clean it up. I've showed you quite a few times on my channel, but I'm going to do my whole like Q-tip cleanup move. It's so pretty. And I am going to bring this closer into the inner portion of my eyeliner or my lash line. Just like that. Same technique. Smudge it out. Bring a little bit more. Again, Nikki Uncut. You see all the blending. So you see the good and the bad because I'm not cutting out all of the back and forth and all the tedious blending. But you know, it's kind of nice because it really does show you what it does take to get certain makeup looks. It takes a lot of back and forth and blending, and it's not always a quick and easy process. Oh, so pretty. A little bit more on the side. If there's one thing I like to take my time with, it's complexion, so foundation and eyeliner. I spend majority of my time when I'm working on clients, or even just on set with models, I spend majority of my time on eyeliner and complexion. Okay, we're gonna put away this Melt Stack eyeshadow for now, until we get to the bottom lash line. Let me grab my favorite micellar water. This is a waterproof one. This is like really handy if you're trying to get like waterproof mascara off, long wear eyeliners, things like that. And a pointed Q-tip. I'm just gonna basically dip it into my micellar water. And we're gonna clean up and just sharpen this line. Just like that. So quick, so easy. Now I do need to blend this little inner corner a touch more. Okay. All right, we're good for now on that. And on that note, let me show you one of my favorites. Oh wait, no, hold on. I lie. I have other things to show you, sorry. Let's hold off for that for a second. We'll finish with mascara. I'll get to that in a second. Just kidding. I want to show you one of my current favorite cream eyeshadows. It's from Mob Beauty. This was the collaboration, one of the collaboration shades with Jessica Hayes. She's a content creator. She does incredible work. She's beautiful. She created a collection with Mob Beauty called Vintage Goth. This blue, I've done a few videos with this at this point. I don't know if they're all posted. Maybe just one is posted actually now that I think about it. But needless to say, this is a stunning, stunning blue. It is just so unique, so vintage, it's so unique. I'm not going to put on for this look because I've already done a full look with it. Plus others I need to edit and get up. But it's been a favorite of mine and it's just such a gorgeous formula. They're really easy to work with. They have a ton of cream eyeshadows. That's like mainly what they specialize in from what I understand. The cream eyeshadows are super easy. You can apply them with your fingers, a brush. They're just stunning. But this has been on heavy rotation for me, and I should mention the shade. It's the M141 Cream Eye, and that was again with in collaboration with Jessica Hayes. So that blue, absolutely stunning. And then I have, this is kind of odd, okay, but I was gifted a lot from Half Magic recently. I love Half Magic. Is such an incredible brand with such unique formulas and such a unique story behind them. But they sent me this empty palette with a couple of shadows that I could basically fill in. So you can make a customized eyeshadow palette, or you could put like blushes in here. There's lots of possibilities, but the shadows that they sent me, these four right here, are so gorgeous. I haven't played with the blue one yet, but this pink, I just have to show you. This pink is so, the camera doesn't even do it justice. It's so beautiful on, but this cream, which I'm going to put on, this cream bronze shade, absolutely, positively to die for. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take my fingertip and just dip into, and I'll make sure I link the name, by the way. I cannot remember the name, and it's popped in this palette, so I'll make sure I link the name of all those shadows I just showed you once this video goes up. So I'm going to pop this onto the base of my eyelid. Oh my god, it's just such an incredible formula. I was so blown away. It's almost like a powder hybrid cream. Like it has like a creaminess to it, which is really cool, really unique. Like they almost feel like they're wet to the touch when you touch them, and they have like a moussey, again, they have a cream base to them, that's all I'm gonna say. So they're not like a typical dry powder shadow formula. And with that said, I think that these type of formulas go on the best with your fingertips. So using it with my fingertip is just, has been my preferred way. But it's just such a stunning, stunning shade. Like how beautiful. That sparkle, that shimmer. That's just out of this world. Now I kind of want to top it, since I haven't really played with the bottom shade as much as the others. I want to top it with this one. This has like a green, a slight green reflect to it. I want to just top a little bit in the center. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, the crows are here. They're letting us know. They're flying over my house and probably pooping on my cars. So. Gorgeous. Okay, let's move on to some other new favorites, because I have a lot still ahead of me to show you, and I feel like I've been just taking my sweet time with this eye makeup look, but it's so pretty, and I just love that topper, that shadow as a topper. Gorgeous. All right, as I teased earlier, this is one of my current new favorite mascaras. I do have a few others, but this has really been my current like true favorite that I've been grabbing and taking with me and just wanting to use every single day. And full disclosure, like I didn't love this when I first tried it. I was like, okay, it's nice. I wasn't super impressed. And it took me like 2 to 3 more times using it to really like get its full impact and to be fully like wowed by this formula. It's from Smashbox. It's the Super Fanned Out Mascara. It's so good. Every time I use this, I get so many compliments on my lashes. So I'm going to apply this, and I haven't even been curling my lashes. I've just been putting this straight on. It's just, wow. Like the impact, the length is really, really impressive. Oh, and it's very long wearing too. I know I mentioned a lot that I have a hard time with mascaras not smudging or flaking on me. It's like a common thing that I deal with. And this never does that. It doesn't run, it doesn't smudge on me, and it does not flake at all. At least it hasn't on me. I don't know, this is still like a new formula, so who knows if it starts to get like dried out towards the end of its life, it might start to get flaky, but I'll keep you posted either way. But look at that. It's like a seriously high impact, dramatic mascara. Okay, let's do this eye. So pretty. Okay. I think we had enough dead air for a while I was doing that mascara. Let's move on. What are we going to move on to? Okay, we're going to move on to foundation, finally. So, I have a lot of new foundations. I'm just going to be fully honest with you. I bought every single one at Sephora. Like, I literally bought every single foundation formula that is available in Sephora. So, it's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of foundations. It was like 59. I have like, well, it's like 59 total that I just recently tested out for a huge, huge haul. And this one was not included in that because Lisa Eldridge is not sold at Sephora. However, I wanted to mention this video specifically and kind of leave out those others and save it for a rainy day, basically, because I have not given this one enough love on my channel, and it's been a favorite of mine kind of behind the scenes, if you will. I purchased this one also for a full face of Lisa Eldridge on my channel. If you missed it, it was one of my favorite makeup looks I've done in a while, but this foundation is absolutely, positively stunning. I have nothing bad to say about this foundation. The way it looks on your skin, let me just show you. Let me just shut up, shake it up, and show you what it looks like on my skin, because it is a very, very luxurious and gorgeous foundation. Now I'm just gonna pump some out on my palette. I usually go for about 3, sometimes 4 pumps of this foundation. It's interesting because it goes on in a very deceiving way, in my opinion. Like, it goes on, you think, this is not enough coverage. And then as you work it onto your skin, it's almost like once it settles, all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I actually have a full face of coverage on, and it didn't feel like it going on initially, and it didn't look like it. So it's a little deceiving when you're applying it, in my opinion. So the way it lays on top of the Round Labs, forget about it. Beautiful, beautiful combination. But again, there's not one foundation I've used on top of the Round Labs that I have not liked. So that says a lot about that sunscreen. So I'm applying it with my N17. No surprise. I have a nice little lash on my cheek. I'm going to take off. So a couple more things about this foundation that I really enjoy. I enjoy how thin the texture of it is. It does not feel like a thick, heavy foundation. It feels incredibly lightweight. And like I mentioned, it's deceivingly full coverage. So when you're applying it, it almost tricks you into thinking like you don't have enough coverage. And then once it settles, you are literally left with the most flawless finish to your skin without a heavy look, you know? Like, a lot of foundations are like full coverage or even just medium coverage. You know, they look heavy on your skin. They sit heavy on your skin. This really just melts into your skin in the most beautiful way. The shade that I wear, by the way, is number 13. And number 13 is a pretty solid match for me. I'm gonna blend this all over. And yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna use one more pump. One more small pump, just from my forehead. It is trash day also, by the way. So in case you hear the trash trucks driving by, taking my trash. It's a very busy day out there today. Look at that. We're gonna pretend there's no outside noise going on. Okay. Lovely. Just lovely. Beautiful, beautiful coverage. Phenomenal formula. Okay, now that we have that on, I'm gonna go back to the Kosas Revealer Concealer that I used as eyeshadow base. I'm gonna apply this under my eyes. And we're gonna laugh off together how noisy it is outside. Let's do a little highlighting as well. And a little lifting. I also have a massive pimple coming in there, so let's cover that guy up. Act like it's not there. And then let me grab, just to quickly blend out, I love my N14 for so many reasons, but to quickly blend out concealer, there's just nothing like it. It's like a little mini sponge. It just like packs the product in and blends it out really quick and easy. Blend out the nose. Doo, doo, doo. Nothing to see over here, no. Just a lot of trash being picked up. Coverage is so nice on this. Okay, we are blended out. Now before I set my under eyes with powder, and again, I have lots of beautiful powders to show you. I don't have, once again, I feel like I'm always in this situation. I have like deja vu right now. I don't have a new cream formula bronzer that's a favorite, so I'm just gonna go to an old school favorite. Again, I know I use this a ton on my channel, but at least you know I really do love it. It's the Happy Soul is the shade, but it's the cream bronzer from Rare Beauty. I'm gonna lay this down as a base. Just for a little natural warmth and sculpting. And then I have a beautiful new bronzer, a powder bronzer that I cannot wait to show you. Same brush as before, it's my N14. I'm gonna lightly blend out the lip contour and the nose. Get that baby hair off my face. And if you all have suggestions on a new cream bronzer that you think I might like that I haven't tried already, please leave me a suggestion. Leave me in the comments below, because I feel like I don't know. I haven't tried a new one or haven't been tempted to try a new one that I don't already have. So if there's any new ones that I've missed that you think are good, please recommend them. I'm blending out the rest of my cream bronzer with my N15 brush. And then we're gonna get going with setting. And I'll show you two new favorite setting powders other than the M Cosmetics that are just fantastic. Very nice. I just love this shade. Happy Soul is like a perfect bronzer shade for my skin tone. Here we go. Feeling more sculpted. Looking more alive. Okay, now, already showed you this one from M Cosmetics. The other two that I want to share are probably no surprise, okay? No surprise for this first one. Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Peach Pie. Peach Pie is such a beautiful, perfect shade. I actually just ordered Peach Pie to put in my pro kit to use on like more medium to deep skin tones. It has a perfect peach, like slight peach undertone. It's like Cupcake that you know I love, and I use Cupcake all the time, but it has a slight peach undertone instead of like very, very slight pink undertone. So better for like more warm undertone people, like more warm olive even. It's fantastic undertone for anyone with that kind of complexion. So I am actually going to, is what I should say. I'm gonna shake a little bit into the cap. This one's mine. I'm gonna grab the peach puff that came with this in PR. Thank you, Huda Beauty. And we're gonna set one side of my face, and I'm gonna show you the other new powder that I'm loving on this side. So I'm gonna do two different sides, two different powders, just so you can kind of see the difference and just see both finishes. But how pretty is that? Oh my God. This powder formula just does not quit. It's just such a fantastic formula. Okay, so that one is on. The other powder that I have been using constantly, I've been keeping this in my makeup bag on the go. I've been using this on a regular basis. It's from Dominique Cosmetics. This is, I always forget the name. Okay, so the name is not really like, it's not like a long-winded name, which is really refreshing. It's just translucent setting powder, which I love. Thank you, Dominique Cosmetics, for not making it like a 15-word name that I have to say in every video. Love this formula. It is extremely blurring, like extremely blurring, and just very, very smoothing on the skin. This is what it looks like. It's definitely, it doesn't look as finely milled as the Huda Beauty one, but the way it looks on your skin, it's like silky, satiny. My preferred way to put on the Dominique powder is with my N14, excuse me. So I'm gonna take a clean one, dip into the powder, and we're gonna just press this under the eyes. I mean, it is like literally instant blurring on your skin. I believe she has another shade in this powder too. I think she has 2 shades available, for like one for deeper skin tones. This one definitely, I don't think, in my opinion, would work on a deeper skin tone because it's translucent, but there's a slight light cast to it. So just a forewarning. So in the T-zone, all along the side of my nose, and then a little bit on my chin. I mean, it is like literally instant blurring filter in a powder. It is fantastic. I'm just very, very blown away by this powder formula from Dominique Cosmetics. So that's been in heavy rotation, along with another product that I got while I was in London. I did a whole haul. If you missed it, it's maybe like 2 videos back on my channel. This bronzer from Guerlain is so stunning. I use this constantly. It's the terracotta bronzer. I have the shade Light. It's the Light 02 Medium Cool bronzer. It'll be linked, don't worry. So I'm going to take a clean N15, dip into just all the colors. You don't have to worry about it. You just kind of pick up all the colors, swirl into it, tap off the excess. This is fragrance, just an FYI. So in case you're sensitive to fragrance in your cosmetics, this does smell like perfume. Nice perfume, luxurious perfume, but nonetheless, it's got a perfumey scent to it. So I like to just tap this on top of whatever cream bronzer I use. But the way this gives like subtle glow, subtle like hints of warmth with the pink in there, and it's really a special bronzer that I have been loving. So I've even used this too just as like a blush all over, like as a bronzer and a blush, because it does have those pink tones in it as well. You can definitely double it as both if you want. But it's just a gorgeous powder bronzer. And I have been using this almost on a daily basis at this point. The other way I love to use this, and I'm actually going to show you too just for fun, is using this as a bottom lash line shadow. It's so good. I'm going to grab an N12, a clean one. I'm just going to kind of tap into any of the colors and buff this on the bottom lash line. It's so pretty. I've also used this too as just an all over crease color for like a quick and easy eye makeup look, and I love it in that way too. You just can't go wrong. There's many, many ways you can wear this bronzer, and there's not one bad way, basically. So just smudging this all on the bottom. It's just so pretty. When I'm in like a really crazy hurry when I'm doing my makeup, I won't take eyeshadows with me. I won't even grab an eyeshadow. I'll just take whatever powder bronzer I plan on using and wearing, and I'll run that in the crease of my eye and on the bottom lash line and on my lip, and I call it a day. And it's just a quick, no fail kind of makeup look. We're gonna put this beautiful bronzer down now. We're done with it. And I am going to layer, I shouldn't say try, I'm going to layer some cream blush on top of this powdered complexion. I've had great success using the new formula from Youngblood. So Youngblood Cosmetics, it's a mouthful, has a new cream blush formula on the market. I'm obsessed with this formula, and it takes a lot for me to like, first of all, it takes a lot to impress me with makeup in general. I know I'm a little jaded. I have a really high opinion and as far as like formulas and the way and textures and the way they go on goes. So this just blew me away, and it takes a lot to like blow me away. And it's so much so that I put more than half of the ones I was sent in PR in my professional makeup kit. And that says a whole lot there too. Like if I believe in the product that much, I will put in my pro kit. And if it's, yeah, I mean, that's just, it takes a lot for me to put something in my pro kit. I will just say that. Because it has to be like a perfect product. It has to perform well. It has to lay amazing on the skin and all those things. Because if I'm using it on camera for like models and people that are on set or filming, it's got to be a perfect product. This is literally a perfect blush. The shade that I'm going to put on is Pink Prosecco. They're all gorgeous. Mulberry is a favorite of mine that I use in my kit regularly. I would show you it, but it's literally not over here. So I'm just going to use the same N17 I used to apply my foundation. We're going to dip into this beautiful Pink Prosecco, just like that. Brush to product to be extra safe. And especially because we're layering this on top of a powdered finish base. I pre-warm it up and then it hits my cheek and we just kind of tap it on. Just tap, 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 as Mitch would say. Tap, tap, tap. It's quick and easy. I do very light pressure because I am applying this on top of that powdered base. But look at how beautiful the finish is. I wish you could see it in person because it really is truly a gorgeous, gorgeous formula. They did such a great job. I mean, they really knocked it out with this formula. So tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tappy tap away. And then you get the most beautiful blush that, again, wears really nice and lays very nice on top of, like you saw, a very powdered base, which is hard to do. Very, very hard to do. But not only that too, it's very long wearing. The color doesn't fade throughout the day, which there's so many blush formulas that I love that I'll put it on. Initially it looks so gorgeous, and then, you know, by halfway through your day, it's like, what blush? I had blush on? Where'd it go? So that does not happen with this. I'm going to tap some across my nose for some just pretty healthy, glowy warmth to kind of wake up my complexion. And then, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? Because we have still so many things. Let's keep this a little bit more minimal. Let's grab, I forgot a lip liner. I forgot lip liner. So you know what? Let's grab a current favorite from Makeup by Mario. Let's grab Hue lip liner, because you cannot go wrong with Hue by Makeup by Mario. And these have been a favorite of mine formula wise for, I can't even tell you how long. So I'm gonna grab that powder puff again that I used earlier with whatever's left over. Powder my lips for longevity, in case you didn't know why. Let's apply beautiful Hue, and then I have a beautiful lip to show you to kind of round out this video. So Hue is like a really soft, very soft neutral pink with a slight mauve undertone. So pretty. Ah. You just can't go wrong with Hue. Or Tan, or Lauren. I think that's another shade that I like. Or Cool Brown? Is it Cool Brown? Something like that. I forget. I get them mixed up. I love all the Makeup by Mario lip liners. I think they're fantastic. Let me clean off this really smudged, dirty hand at this point. And then we're going to get into the final... Is it the final product? It is. It's the final product in this favorites. And I promise I'll do more of these more frequently because I always have new favorites that I want to share with you all. And I just kind of forget to do these videos, to be honest. But every time I do, I'm like, these are the most fun videos to sit down and do. I thoroughly enjoy them. I hope you do as well. So to top this video off, favorite, I have so many new favorite lips, but I had to keep it to one because I just want to put one on for this video. It's also from Bob Beauty. It is also from the Jessica Hayes collaboration with the brand. It's a lip balm, okay, but it's a very, very tinted lip balm. It's in the shade M139. It's so pretty. Look at this. It is like a very cool toned, it has a tiny hint of a mauve like hint to it. Makes a beautiful nude lip. But I have been wearing this with so many different lip liners and playing around with different lip liners to go with it. And the way it like tweaks depending on like what lip liner you put it with is so, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna put it on. It's very pigmented, so I kind of like to just tap it on like that and just kind of spread it because it's very, very thick, but also very, very creamy. So you can easily apply a little too much of this in my opinion. So I like to kind of tap it on, blend it out. Forget about it. It's so good. I have another favorite. We just have to top this with the Lisa Eldridge setting spray because I have been using this literally every single day and I'm obsessed with it. So we're gonna set the makeup and this is gonna be the end of this favorites video. Oof. So nice, such a fine mist. This is the look. It's a little wet right now, but leave me a comment. Tell me what your current favorites are. Tell me if any of these products were your current favorites as well. Also, don't forget, give me some homework. If there's some new favorite cream bronzers that you think I should try, please leave them in the comments below. As always, everything will be linked in the description box. I hope you enjoyed this look. It's super pretty. My skin feels amazing with that Lisa Eldridge foundation. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you like videos like this too, I have plenty more where they came from. You can check them out right here. And that's it. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.